Good morning, friends. Welcome back to Folks on Wheels. It's me, Ashraf, and we are continuing our travel series on finding weekend spots to visit around Bengaluru. Today, we're going to another great place. I wouldn't call it a hidden gem because it's a bit popular if you search on Google. I've seen some trekking groups organize treks here. Yes, I'm talking about Handi Gundi Betta. It's a perfect spot for a family hike and picnic with a mix of nature, adventure, and quality time with your loved ones. If you're looking for a peaceful getaway with beautiful views and an easy hike that everyone in the family can enjoy, this is the place. Stay tuned as we explore the trail. To reach Handi Gundi Betta from Bengaluru, start by taking the Mysore Road NH275 towards Ramanagara, which is approximately 50 kilometers away. Once you reach Ramanagara, take the diversion toward the Kanakapura Road and continue for about 15 kilometers until you reach the village of Kutagal. From here, follow the local roads and signs to reach the base of Handi Gundi Betta, which is nestled near the Ramadevara Betta region. The entire drive takes around 1.5 to 2 hours depending on traffic. It's advisable to use Google Maps or ask locals for directions. I have added the exact location map from where the hike begins, so you can just follow that. Public transport options like buses are available up to Ramanagara, but a private vehicle is recommended for convenience. After crossing the railway gate, proceed a little further, and you will notice a large tree and a temple. From that point, continue straight on the road. If you are using Google Maps, it might suggest that you take a right turn. We also got directions like that earlier, but that route leads to a different hiking trail, which is a bit more challenging. Instead, follow the straight road from the tree. As you move ahead, you will come across another temple. This is the correct location. You have two parking options. Either park your vehicle near this temple or drive about 200 meters further ahead to the starting point of the hiking trail and park your vehicle there. Since we were unsure about the road conditions ahead, we decided to park our vehicle near the temple, which I have marked as parking 1 on the map. There is another parking area marked in orange on the map called parking 2. It is located about 200 meters away from the first parking. From there, if you go a little further, around 50 meters, you will need to take a small right turn, which will lead you to the foothill. If you are doing this trek after sunrise, there won't be any confusion as everything will be visible. However, if you plan to do it at night, like we did to catch the sunrise from the top, then make sure to check and plan everything carefully to avoid any issues. The time is already past 6 o'clock, but it is still quite dark due to the foggy weather. The trail so far has been very easy to walk on. Only the initial climb might seem a little bit difficult, particularly for elderly people. After that, the path becomes a smooth and gradual walk, making it much more comfortable. It's still a little dark, so I will show you the way when we come back. We have reached the topmost point of the hill. It's a very easy hike, approximately 2.5 to 3 kilometers from the parking area. We started at around 6 am and now it's 6:40 am, so it took us 40 minutes to reach here. The sun has already risen, but it's not visible yet because of the thick fog.
Gonna take it slow. When I'm loving you, oh, oh, oh. Gonna take it slow. Oh, no, no, no. When I'm loving you, oh, 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 oh. Oh, no, no, no. Gonna take it slow. When I'm loving you, oh, oh, oh. Gonna take it slow. Oh, no, no, no. When I'm loving you, oh, oh, oh. Oh, no, no, no. Oh, no, no, no. Gonna take it slow.
The views at Handi Gundi Betta are good, but today I didn't feel great because of the foggy weather. Usually, you can witness a vibrant sunrise and a colorful sky, but it's still a good place. Especially for those who enjoy camping, it's an excellent spot for tent camping. There's a flat surface here that's good enough for setting up tents, and many people come here for tent camping. We spent more than an hour there before heading back. There were no other people apart from us. However, this place is quite popular for family-friendly hiking. Only the initial climb feels a bit difficult. Otherwise, it's manageable for elderly people and kids. As of now, there are no specific time restrictions for entry to this area. However, if you are planning to camp overnight, it is always advisable to check the local residents. Being a forested area, the locals are well informed about any potential issues, such as the presence of wild animals or other safety concerns. Additionally, it is strongly recommended never do such activities alone. Always ensure you are accompanied by friends or a group for your safety and enjoyment. Although the Handi Gundi hill remains largely unexplored, with no evidence of it being ruled by the sultans or the British, there is an interesting local folklore about how the hill got its name. The story goes like this. A long time ago, A pig was grazing and climbed up the hill. Unaware that it had reached the edge, it fell off the top. A few other pigs followed this one, and they too fell from the hill. In Canada, Handi means pig, while Gundi is used both as a rhyming word and to signify a group. Handi Gundi loosely translates to a group of pigs that followed each other to the edge of the hill. This trek can be done in any season of the year. However, the trail does not have much shade as you climb higher. This makes it a little difficult, especially if you are trekking during the hot summer months or the rainy season. While we were returning from the trek, we noticed a group of people doing this trail. An interesting part is the group included people of all age groups. It is very interesting how more and more people are now choosing such adventurous trails for their outings rather than opting for resorts or typical picnic spots. However, some people are commenting things like, don't make places popular. More people visiting these places is turning them into dustbins. In my opinion, God made this universe for everyone to explore, not just for a specific group of people. Whoever wishes to visit and explore should be allowed to do so. At the same time, it is everyone's responsibility to protect and preserve nature. We must save these beautiful places for our children and future generations. So please do not pollute the places you visit. Show respect to nature and keep it clean for others to enjoy. You will notice a signboard from the Forest Department which says trekking without permission is a punishable offense. This board is placed where near the temple. Till 2018, trekking was allowed without permission. Now, obtaining permission from the Forest Department is mandatory. Since the trail falls under Ramanagara jurisdiction, you obtain permission from the Deputy Conservator of Forests, Ramanagara. I have pinned the contact details in the video description, so please check it out. This is where the trek starts. When we started, it was still dark. The first 200 meters of climbing might feel a bit difficult, but after that, it's mostly gradual climbing. From the starting point, the trek is an easy walk along a muddy trail that takes you through farmlands and vegetation. The initial climb is a bit steep and you will need to climb over some rocks. Make sure to find a proper grip on the rocks, as some parts can be slippery, where the granite has become smooth. Since not many trekkers come here, the trail has some overgrowth with bushes and plants until you reach the rocky section. But don't worry, there are arrow marks and visible paths along the way. Just follow them, and they will guide you to the peak. That's it for our Handi Gundi trek adventure. We hope you enjoyed this journey as much as we did. It's an all-season trek with stunning views and a unique experience at every turn. If you're planning to visit, don't forget to pack the essentials. Carry a sun cap for the summer or rain gear for the monsoons. There is no water source on the trail, so make sure to bring enough water and any eatables you may need. However, please remember to carry back your bottles and wrappers to keep the trail clean. Be cautious on the slippery rocks and follow the trail markings to reach the peak safely. If you like this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up, share it with your fellow trekking enthusiasts, and subscribe to our channel for more amazing trekking experiences. Drop a comment below if you have any questions or if you've already been here. Let us know your experience. Until next time, keep exploring and stay adventurous. See you in the next trek.